Don't hear a word I said, I can't communicate. Walk away, walk away. I try to talk to you, but you never even do. So what you gonna be? Tell me, can you hear me? Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, I barely made this live stream, literally by like 30 seconds. Something happened with my neighbors or my landlord, and something about throwing bathroom products down the toilet somehow messed up my toilet, my bathroom, so I barely made it, but I'm okay. I'm here. I need a new toothbrush. Anyway, some news that we had based on the title. There are 8,888 new Superman NFTs that's going to drop tomorrow, and they're uncommon. They are $50 or 50 gems each. One gem is equal to $1. So what that means is that you're going to have about $444,400 that's going to come into the VVverse. Now, with that, how many gems is that going to be? So if it's 0.0022 dollars per gem, then you're looking at about 470 or 450. Either way, it comes out to a little over 200 million that's going to be burned just in those 8,888 NFTs, which is pretty nice. You have an extra 200 million that's going to be burned. So there was a call on Discord before for that coin as well, and apparently after they had that falling out with the Go chain, they were looking for a new exchange. Before they had landed on the Ethereum blockchain with Immutable X, they were getting offers of tens of millions of dollars to go and say like, yeah, come on our chain, come on our network. They didn't exactly name drop. They didn't say who. They didn't name drop like Angelina Jolie, Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears type of deal. No, what they did was they said they just said tens of millions of dollars offers from several people, just because I guess they know in this actual universe, people know who VV is, people know what the product is, and they're very, very excited. They want them on their team. Kind of like a draft pick for you sports guys out there. When you see this really young, good kid, he's like 22, and he's just jacked really fast, like, I want him on my team. It's a draft pick. They're going to do whatever they can. It's basically a free trade, and people are doing whatever. Hey, Smooches, how's it going? I love you, my bae. So I missed... So because I had to deal with the plumbing issue, I was not on Guidebook Gaming stream today. I didn't say I will watch that probably tonight if I can go to sleep. I missed the stream this morning because I had a really rough night. But apparently they're doing something what's called vault content, vault creators, where they're going and they're looking at, yes, people that do Earth 2 content, but also people that do Earth 2 content in conjunction with other things. So I do have the what do you call it? Have to thank them for that, for featuring me with that. I don't know if they featured me on tonight's one. I think they said they were going to. But speaking of Earth 2, Chavez, what are you talking about with that title? What new wave of Earth 2 players? So, as this gets bigger, as this gets a what do you call it? My channel gets bigger and VV gets bigger. I have told Taps Trade. I've told Non-Fungible Wonderful. I've told Dan Lee, who's big in crypto and OMI as well. A bunch of these people, which have thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of viewers, told them about Earth 2, and I did a live video at Non-Fungible this morning. I'm going to do a video with Dan Lee, I think his name is Asian Dan on Twitter, next week, and that's going to be very, very fun. So as this gets bigger, I will tell everybody in Akomi, because I'm not a big name in Akomi, but one of the names at least Taps Trades, who has several thousand subscribers, mentioned me, so I'm getting it out there. And as that happens, when I'm proved right again, and it's like, oh, this goes from this much to 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever, they're like, oh, this Randy Chavez was right. What else is he into? And then they're going to know. They're going to be like, oh, okay. Then they're going to come to Earth 2. And I do believe with that, we're going to get tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of new users over the course of the next couple of years. That's nothing in compared to the actual millions we'll get from them actually advertising. But I was going over with Non-Fungible Wonderful this morning that I like that these two companies, both their inspirations came from Ready Player One, and they both do not advertise. They've advertised very, very little. Earth 2 has had some Facebook and Instagram ads, but Outside of that, they haven't had anything. And Vivi, outside of Google AdWords or Google Ads, that play, they haven't had anything either. So they're taking a play out of Elon Musk's playbook, and what they're doing is they're just being really, really active on whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Discord, and they're listening to people. And other companies that spend millions or hundreds of millions, or if you're like Ford, spending $2 billion in advertising each year, they don't have to do that. Now they can focus on other things, which I like a lot. So enough of me talking. Let's get to the Q&A about this. Oh, wow, it's a lot. Wes says, OMI, let's freaking go. I put another $1,000 into OMI today. So I have well over 10 million. I have about 10.5 million OMI. I will close in on the 11 million, hopefully within the next, I'll have 11 million hopefully before the end of the month. It should definitely be within the end of the month. Yeah, so that's, if you couldn't tell how bullish I was, like I said, I want to get in as much as I can before San Diego Comic-Con, and I'll take 250 grand for my card right now. I'll do that just to get OMI. I won't do the pancake swap thing. We were going over like the Brain Trust a day and a half ago about staking with most cryptos that you can stake on. Eventually, you'll probably be able to stake with OMI, and eventually, when Earth 2 crypto comes out, you'll probably be able to stake with that as well. Again, that's just speculation. I don't have any first-hand knowledge. But that being said, most coins, they give you anywhere between 6 and 12%, which is fine. You know, that's good. 12% is actually very good. That CRO gives 12%, but PancakeSwap gives 109%. Like that's what you get. Like if you put in 100 grand, you will make $109,000. That is absolutely bananas. So I'm not going to do that first. When I sell that card, I'm going to put most of it into OMI, some into Bitcoin, and then I'll leave some like 30, 40 grand or whatever for Earth 2. But when OMI goes to the moon, at 10 cents, I'll probably liquidate a couple 100,000. 100,000 will go to a real estate company. That means our realty you're doing. And then 100,000 will just be for PancakeSwap. I'm just letting you know that's what I'm doing. That's my plan, because that's an extra 100,000 a year. And then through that 100,000 a year, maybe the next year I'll do 150 grand instead of 100 and make 100. I don't know. I mean, if you really wanted to, because again, I feel like as long as OMI is going to look to double, by 10 cents end of this year, and it doubles again in a year, you're looking at 20 cents by the end of 2022. Again, that's just my opinion, but if after that, after 2022, and I only predicted to grow 50% each year, which is still insane, then it makes sense to put a lot into PancakeSwap, as long as the APR is still 100%, which I don't know if it'll last for that long, but we'll see. Christian Velasco says, first, you were not first. Sneaky Green Jean says, I've been looking into E2 more since the recent allegations have came to light. It's worrisome because there has been a lot of questions not answered with weight behind it. So basically the only thing I see is like a lot of the quote like checks that you have to with the SEC when they vote for or they look at Ponzi schemes. If you really reach for them, yes, you could make it in a light so that Earth 2, oh well, that kind of checks and this kind of checks. You can make. I think there's 7 of them, and I think Earth 2, if you really reach, can check off if you want like 4 or 5 of them. But again, that's just they can because of the terms of service and the way that the language is. Yes, they have the ability to do whatever they want, but that's every single place is terms of service. Like is Instagram a scam? Is WhatsApp a scam? Facebook a scam? Those are all owned by the same company, but just because it's worded like that, where it could be, doesn't mean it is. And that's it for most of them. So like I said, I still put $100 minimum a week into Earth 2. I'm saving 30 to 50 grand just for the crypto. So I am very, very bullish on it. People can say scam all they want. Doesn't make it true. But again, you have these channels. And I was mentioning on a Non-Fungible Wonderful today that the channels, definitely go look at that. Just YouTube, Non-Fungible Wonderful, Randy Chavez, should be the first one came up. I do have those other people that make those scam videos, they do have a vested interest in making it in a way so that it looks like a scam, just so they get more viewers, subscribers, because that's what their channels are about. So, now, Nomad with Guitar says, what's up, Randy? My boy, we're going to get it, we'll get it, was regarding VV. Oh, VV. They're going to buy up all the Superman available. How much money plan? Dropping on that stuff. I'm going to try to get one of them, but if I can, I'll get 2. Yeah, 2 would probably be the max that I would get, just because I only have 100 gems in there right now. So with 50 gems might be 51, 52 with tax and everything. So I might put in a couple of dollars worth just so I'll be able to get at least one, but hopefully two. Because again, one to keep, maybe one to sell. There's only 8,888 of them, so there's a lot of demand. It's Superman. It's the first appearance of Superman. It looks great in my opinion. On one of my posts, somebody said it looks like poop, but I disagree like wholeheartedly. I think it looks amazing. Nomad with Guitar says .coin. I have to look at that. Nina Sanchez says, "What's up, Randy? Superman tomorrow on Vivi. Let's heckin' go." I should wear my Superman shirt tomorrow. I'm gonna do that. Jason Finn says, "Woot woot." What up, Jason Finn? How you doing? Smooches again. I love you. You're my bae. Growmaster420 says, "Hey Randy, I saw your archive video when tiles were still 15 cents. Crazy how fast prices grow. I was just imagining how much time there'll be in a year. We again, they're growing when we can't do much. When we could just buy and sell tiles. When you have other gameplay into it, yeah, it's gonna be a lot." Smoocher said, "We watched your first video." So, oh my god, how cringe. I haven't watched that in a while. I really don't like to watch my older videos just because I feel like there's so much stuff that I do. Like, why is my mouth like that? Why do I look like that? Why is, the cringe of the black nail polish at first, which I still have. I need to get more black nail polish. It's been a while. Yeah, but I'm glad you guys had a good time. I will. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to look back. See how my hair was. My hair was not crazy. My beard was pretty crazy. There were some points where I was kind of muscular. Some points where I was not muscular. Very skinny. Yeah, we've had good times, and I want to do things like that in the future. I remember. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. I was reading off a script. I don't know if that was my first one, but after a few videos, I would type up and write down, and I would read off a script. It was really insane. See how far we've come. How I Made says something about Mark Cuban got rug pulled on Iron Finance, which is on Matic Network. Iron Fiance or Iron Finance? Mark Cuban, he's the Doge. He owns a professional basketball team, I think, and then he's got what else does he have? And he's really big on Doge. I don't really know much else about him. Thank you guys for 10 likes. That means the world. I don't know too much else about Mark Cuban. Maxwell Cook says, "Caught it in time to listen to some of the Superman. Still crazy the first appearance is considered uncommon." Yeah, I think it's just because how many they're minting. But again, there's going to be lots of... I remember the first... The Death of Superman. That comic book, there was only a normal print run, I think. So if I'm remembering correctly, it was The Death of Superman. And people were selling it for like tens of thousands, $100,000, like 20 years later. So because that's when Darkseid just just killed him. It was insane. I think this is something that will be similar to that in the future, where you're going to get, maybe 10 to 20x in 10 years. You pay 5 for it now. Okay, well, or I'm sorry, 50 for it now. Maybe in the future it's 500. In the future it might be 5,000. In the future, because again, there's 8,888. So it's not like Pokemon cards where, let's say you have first edition Blaine's Charizard. There's like 450 first edition PSA 10s that go for maybe $6-7 grand right now. And if you don't want to pay that, you could just pay for a 9 PSA 9. That's $1,500. With these, you don't really have that option because they're all the element of rarity for collectors is in the serial numbers. So that's what you have there. The rest, there's really no difference outside of the serial number in the way one looks. So yeah. This is going to be one of the hardest drops to get. Yeah, it's Superman. Again, it's worldwide. Superman is... Everyone knows who Superman is. Anywhere in the world, you know who Superman is. Drew says, "Yes, they showed your whole video. The pricing was amazing to see. I wish I was in mid-December for those prices." So, I made two... I remember two that come to mind. I don't know if it was the one where I go and I show you guys South America. Because in Brazil, I had tiles that I got for like 11 or 12 cents. And then the US, I remember buying, I think, tiles. I remember scrolling in, if this was my first video, I don't know if it was or not. But one of my first videos, I remember scrolling in, and I was like, I'm not even looking in New York City, the first few days. And I was like, yeah, I guarantee you all these tiles are bought. I was like, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, most of them, but not all of them were. So I was like, okay, let me get some over here. Let me get some over here. I'm gonna buy these right now. And they were like $2.25, something like that. Not funny, but wonderful. I was just talking about you. All good things. All good things. Um, yeah, those prices in December were crazy. Kevin Kyle says you should get an OMI tattoo. When it reaches $1, I will. Honestly, even before then, I probably will. Just because it's gonna make us. It's gonna make many people millionaires. I was even talking to my mom before, and she's I guess she thought I was just on vacation. She's like, "So how long are you gonna not work for?" And I was like, "Well, I'm retired. I'm not gonna work again." And she's like, "Oh, you can't keep that up forever. What are you gonna do when you're old and you need Social Security?" I was like, I'm not gonna need Social Security." I was like, "Listen, if everything goes wrong, I should be a millionaire in the next 2 years, give or take." And she's like, "Okay, Chap." I was like, "All right, thanks for the vote of confidence, Mom." And we got Wraithax with that $5 super chat. Says the Randy and Dashy show. Everyone smash that like button. Thank you, Wraithax. You're a heckin' hero of mine. That pays for another dozen of my croissants. Croissants. These are only $3.49 for 12 of them. I got these today. Yes, you've seen that correctly. I ate 8 already. I was stress eating before with the toilet and then the bathtub, so it was really insane. I don't stress eating. Don't blame me. But yeah, OMI tattoo definitely in the future. My friend Stacy did a bunch of mine. She did my Mario, she did my Yoshi, she did my Kirby, and she did my Donkey Kong. She would have done my Star Fox, but she moved to Florida after I got back from deployment, so I was super salty about that. But I'm going to Florida next year, and I'm going to see her again. Can't wait. She's great. I love her. Randy, what part of Florida are you moving to? I also live in Florida. P.S. Florida tap water sucks. Yeah, that's one thing I'm not looking forward to. I am going to West Palm Beach. I don't know if I heard this correctly, but a buddy of mine said that there's a buddy of his that opened a pizzeria in Florida and actually flies water in from New York in order to make the pizzas. I was like, that doesn't seem cost effective at all, but there was a protein shake in this, and then I drank it, and then I didn't know that. So it's not like poo water or anything. It's just differently colored. Dylan says, what happened with Earth 2 Mastery? He hasn't posted in a while. He's been on vacation. He was on a giant road trip, and he's back now from the road trip, but he said there's just not much to talk about for him. He just said once phase 2 starts, he'll start making videos again. Because back in the day when we were focusing, we were trying to look for leaks and everything. Now it's just more like the daily news on who's buying what prices are where, and what megacities are going on, and updates from the devs. But for him, it's just not enough to be able to go and make videos about. So when phase 2 happens, at least the start of phase 2, he'll be back shortly after that. He hasn't made OMI videos in a while either. I think just because again, he's been on vacation. So good for him though. How I Made says, nice plan. Gonna use my OMI gains into Cake. You can stake Cake and earn TUSD. Oh, it's 79 cents. I thought it was 109%. But either way, it's still bananas. Still absolutely insane. But I have been thinking though that about day trading. I up until recently I said I didn't have the time, or I'm not smart enough, or but I did want to try it at some point. So in the future, when I have a couple million to play with, I might do that. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll let you know. Ty Hero says pancake swap staking has time limits and the APR volatility is major. Can you lock it in? Can you lock it in, or is it like 109% this day, 50% this day, 30% this day, 150% this day? Let me know. Again, I still have to learn more about it. How I Made says limits are for other coins. Most stable APR is staking Cake, auto or manual claiming. Okay, I was looking at that before, where it had the different things like here's the APR for a day, a week, a month, and then a year. It just seemed very interesting, and I really want to get into it. Gotta sell this card first though. How I Made says the limits are about 2 months, and new coins projects will surface for more staking. That'd be great if you could just roll. I think if you could just roll everything over, I might just do that. Not even take any money. The money that you get, just continue to roll over with staking. I might do that also if that's an option. Because then instead of taking the money, enjoying it, whatever, just roll it over. I think that'd be ideal for me. Growmaster420 says, it was good, man. It was when you had only 5 Patreons on. Oh my God. I only had 5 Patreon members on the list. That is absolute. Yeah, I remember Eli came in November, I think. Actually, he's still on there. The first one I had. Yep. Elijah Horse, Eli. So I only had 5. That's incredible. A few of them are still on there, but yeah, that's yeah, the early you never forget who's first to believe in you. So those guys they're the real MVPs. Shane Barr says, "What does Earth 2 have to do so that you YouTubers stop calling it a scam, and how far off do you think that is?" All right, so what does Earth 2 have to do that YouTubers stop? All right, so what will probably have to happen is just gameplay. It's just time. When it comes out and then people are like, oh, okay, there's an actual game. But I guarantee you, as soon as Phase 2 starts, other people are like, oh yeah, I bet you they just, hired developers for, like maybe a quick $100,000 to pay them just to make people think that there's a game, to get more people into the scam. Like, I guarantee you that's the way they think. Like, it's actually quite impressive, the mental gymnastics you have to take. Thank you guys for 15 likes. Yeah, the mental gymnastics you have to take to hop from like one thing to the other is actually like, I'm just exhausted just thinking about it. But that's probably what it'll be. A bunch of them will drop off when actual Phase 2 starts, and they see like, okay, well, there's a game. But then a lot of people are like, oh yeah, well, I still hear that it's hard, and it'll just be hearsay. Like, I know this guy that knows this guy that hasn't gotten his money yet in months, which occasionally does still happen. But most people, for the most part, they get their money in 24 to 48 hours. So again, Phase 2 is probably will weed a lot of them out. Grillmaster420 says, it's good to look back, especially when you become successful. Yeah. Yeah, going over a lot of... I would have to go back. I guess I could do it on my Pokemon or playlist, but actually scrolling back and finding those videos from there, that might take a while. But as far as going and looking at a playlist, saying what were the first ones I had, yeah, that'd be really great. That'd be really good. Again, I don't like, because I feel it's a little cringe. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I talk. I don't like any of it. But if we're going and looking back on it, it might be nice. Like, I was watching Schitt's Creek the other day. It's a show on Netflix, or it's on Netflix. It was on somewhere else, I guess. And there's one of the characters, Moira, who's the mom in there. She's a little older, in her 60s, and she was a big soap opera star back in the day. And she says that accidentally her nudes happened to leak online from stuff that she did in the 80s or whatever. And she goes to this one girl, Stevie, and Stevie's young, in her 20s, maybe 30, and she's like, listen, Stevie, you might think right now that you don't like the way you look because what so-and-so, but I guarantee you in 20 or 30 years, you would love to look at a naked picture of yourself when you were this young. And I feel that I felt attacked. That I felt because I hurt my shoulder, and because I haven't really been able to work out, and I really don't look as good as I used to. And there were some years where I was really, really ripped, like 167 pounds, just super lean, like 30 pounds lighter than I am now, if you can believe that. And there are also times where I was really, really jacked, like a lot more jacked than I am now. So yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not saying to do this, but if you want to take lewd photos of yourself, do it while you're young, because as you get older, you will probably become less and less attractive. Just time catches up to all of us. I don't know where this started. I don't know how I got... Oh, yeah, because Grillmaster. Yeah, especially when you become successful. Yeah, definitely always remember where you came from. Like, always remember that. JP says, you upset that the Comey isn't leaving any tokens behind? Did they say they're not leaving any tokens behind? Was that in the Discord call? Again, I couldn't stand for all of it. I was listening to it for maybe like a half hour, and then the whole thing happened with the plumbing. So, are they not leaving any coins behind? Is that confirmed, JP? Raythax, again, that $5 super chat means the world. The Randy and Dashy Show. Smash that like button. Thank you, Raythax. Maxwell Cook says, and then everyone lost their mind after you lost the... Yeah! When I lost that beard the first time, there was blood in the streets. They're like, are they Greta Thunberg? Because they were just like, how dare you? How dare you? And I was like, guys, I forget what no, it was because I had to, it was having something with me. I shaved the first time, but it was before Earth 2. It was because I was planning to meet the girlfriend's parents, which I still haven't done. But yeah, I forget why I shaved. But yeah, people were like calling for like, I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm pretty sure they were joking, but yeah, like the beard was, I haven't shaved because I might shave for summer. I don't know. Keep y'all posted. Dylan says, you're awesome. Look forward to hearing from you every day. Oh, thanks, Dylan. Yeah, and that's what really got me going early on, where my Tesla and Pokemon videos, people were saying like, hey, I like listening to you every day. Like I like to listen to you on the drive home. I like listening to you doing this and that. And some of my listeners were just truckers. They were just people that long haul trucking, just driving. They're like, yeah, I like it. I think my friend Jesse might listen to me now. He's once a week or once a month he has to drive 3 hours to do something for his job. He works for the VA in Washington, and then he drives 3 hours back. And so Jesse, if you're listening, love you, buddy. I just saw him in Washington recently. Junior Sanchez, I hear of pizza shops doing that. Doing that. My dad and I have a lot of pizza shop customers. Some of the ones from New York, most seem to do that. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. Guess that makes sense. Raythax with that $5 super chat saying, F that. We are getting better looking every day. I'm a gorgeous 49-year-old bastard. Oh, I love you, Raythax. So Raythax, when is your birthday? And where you at? Where you at in this world? Where you at in this free world? Because we should do something. 50th birthday. You heard it here first, folks. Moving on from that. How I Made says 110% APR paid in stake cake earned TUSD. There's a lot of contracts you can stake in. Oh, that is interesting. Again, I do have to learn more about that. I don't know as much about it, so I'll keep you all posted. How I Made also says Crypto R Us live stream is getting attacked by bots right now. Crazy. Yeah, I hate streaming the same time as him. I feel like he would take away any would be streamers, would be whatever. Oh, October 31st from Idaho. All right, so Halloween. My friend Stacy, the tattoo artist I was telling y'all about, her birthday's on October. I think this year though I have a wedding. That date. But when you are celebrating, we'll grab a couple of daddy sodas. We're in Idaho. I don't think I've ever been to Idaho. I've definitely flown over that. Maybe I've driven through it. I have a bug on me. It's not a mosquito. I don't care. Sorry. Yeah. So let me know for that. Earth2 Invest says I miss Captain Eyepatch Randy. So for those of you that don't know, that are kind of new, I had a what do you call it? I had a eye infection where I had like almost like a growth on the inside of my eyelid, and it was horrible. It was like one of the worst things ever. So what happened was I had to get ofloxacin, and I had to put eye drops in, and they're like, yeah, you need to get an eye patch and not let like anything hit it. I was like, okay. So I did, and actually, what I haven't used in a while, what I should use, is the rocksauce.co. It's a Canadian couple of people. They sent that to me. Other Canadians have sent other stuff to me. If you want, I don't have a PO box. I just send it to my friend Tyler. Let me know. But yeah, Raythax, let me know if you want to do anything, and I'll see if we can make it happen. Cat and eye patch. Actually, my girlfriend liked the eye patch also. My girlfriend was very excited to bed me. I don't know the proper phrase. Was very especially ready to take advantage of me in my injured state. Like, oh, can you? So it's actually still at her place. I haven't used it in a while though. I should probably wash it because it's like she has a bunch of cats. It's definitely been on the floor and in cats' mouths at this point. But outside of that, Earth2 Invest says, okay, I don't miss the part where it was painful for you, but I had a cool Nick Fury, the brown Nick Fury. Yeah, well, Nick Fury, for those of you that don't know, in the comics he was white, and then he changed to SLJ, which I think was very appropriate. I love Nick Fury. He's great. I love Samuel L. Jackson. He's also great. So, but yeah. Even after a couple days, it was fine. Maybe after a week. But I remember doing a video of it, like Pirate Randy, and I was like at war with the Kraken. I was like, that was pretty fun. But yeah, outside of that, just for those of you that are just joining, the new stuff that I had gone over as far as the title, OMI's going to burn over 200 million tomorrow. The price actually dipped below 0.002 today. It dipped to 0.0019. I don't know where it went after that. That was a few hours ago, before the plumbing issue, before the Fire Nation attacked. And then with Earth 2, I think as Ecomi and VV and OMI get bigger, and my channel gets bigger, and there are some times where I'm mostly just talking to OMI people. Where I put out a tweet before, I got a lot of likes, a couple of retweets about saying I have more than 10.5 million OMI now, and I'll make that tweet every week. Now I have 11. Now I have 11 point, but now I have this. So Again, that is a lot though. It's like $1,000 a week, that I have to put in so for me to continuously do that. Or I don't have to. I could just sell some Bitcoin, but I don't want to sell Bitcoin. Again, I'm waiting for that card. I can't wait for that card and be like, guys, I got 20 million, 30 million, 40 million OMI. That'll be insane. And then as soon as the crypto comes out, I want to at least partially, for even if it's just a fraction of a day, like for an hour, have the most Earth 2 crypto like in the world. And then I don't care if someone passes me afterwards. It's like when people are doing speed runs of like Mario Kart or whatever, or Super Mario, they're just like, okay, yeah, you have the speed run for literally 3 hours. Somebody else comes in and beats your speed run, beats that speed, go back and forth. I don't care if I have it only for an hour. I want the most Earth 2 crypto just for a little bit, just so I can say, hey, at one point in time, I had the most Earth 2 crypto in the world. Yeah. Moving on, Frog Alley Racing says, oh, it is 0.002006 at the moment. I should buy more. I should sell Bitcoin for more. Again, Bitcoin I fully expect to do 150. So let's say it 4x's by the end of the year. The only thing OMI has to do to 4x is go to 0.008 something, which is nothing. Heckin' nothing. Not even a penny. And again, I expect OMI to get to 10 cents by the end of the year. But again, I would have to see what they're leaving on the table. But JP said before they're not leaving anything on the table, which I'm very, very confused with. Because they said they were going to. Maybe they're not going to leave any on the table. They're just going to have a mass burn event. I don't know. They were supposed to go on another exchange in May. That didn't happen, which I'm happy about because I'm glad that the price is staying down here. And then they said they were moving to not another exchange. Fudge. Oh, they were going to do a buyback by the end of this month, but the buyback hasn't happened yet, and it probably won't. I don't think it'll. They said it was this month. It'll probably be July or August. If it does happen this month, well, fudge. That's great for all of us. Oh, it is past 30 minutes, so I missed my. All right, so I freaked the freak out. And I scream your name, it always stays the same. I scream and shout, so what I'm gonna do now is freak the freak out. Whoa, that is some Victoria Justice for you. And that was a fantastic show. I like singing that song. Outside of that, really not too much to go over, except I will be doing a live stream tomorrow for like a half hour, 45 minutes. While I in preparation for the VV drop, and I'm gonna actually go over the guidebook gaming stream a little bit as well, because I'm gonna go leave this stream at some point. I'm gonna view it. I need to go to like a 7-Eleven and get a new toothbrush and get like more floss, because whatever is in that bathroom is just destroyed now. It's gone. I can never use anything like it again. Maybe I'll go to the bathroom there too. Maybe I'll get some more croissants. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how many calories are in those croissants, but I ate 8 of them, and now I had chicken. I ate most of the chicken, and then my appetite was just bad times. I'm going to have to run tomorrow, which is fine. Outside of that, all right, so Tesla. When I do, at the end of the year, let's say when I liquidate a couple $100,000 worth of OMI, I might get more Tesla. Just because it's so undervalued, in my opinion, just because people they're talking about solar, they're talking about autonomous driving, but they're underestimating it 100%. They're not even talking about Tesla insurance. They're not talking about the fact that we have Q3 for Model Y is already sold out. It's already accounted for. They're not accounting for auto bidder software. They're not accounting for everyone becoming their own utility company. They're disruptive in so many industries. Like I said, I have 188 shares. I don't want to sell any. Will I buy more? I think it's undervalued. Outside of that, again, there's so much crypto that I want to get into. There's so much Pokemon cards that I want to buy back eventually. I'll keep you all posted. I will keep you all posted. That would be great if, let's say I sell the card for $250, then I make a couple hundred, or like $1 million, whatever, and then I could buy it back for the same price. And like, it's like an interest-free loan. That'd be insane. Junior Sanchez says they were thinking of possible reversal, but not confirmed. I personally hope a huge burn instead of a reversal. No, they're not doing the reversal. They did confirm that. So I do hope for a huge burn as well. that's something I'm quite bullish on. Raythax, the $5 super chat says, "Are you still enemies with the Kraken? I have his #1. We could use it at target practice on Earth 2. Actually, yeah, let's do that. So that does bring up another point, Raythax, where we have I forget who it was, but somebody messaged me about, like, hey, are you going to this? It's about a virtual Van Gogh thing in New York City, where you go in and you see all of Van Gogh's painting in like real time in virtual reality. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And me and Raythax have talked about that, doing a whole NFT museum in Chaveztopia, which would be amazing. And Raythax has the biggest #1 collections of E2 trading cards. If you don't know what that is, E2 trading cards had a thing. It was the first NFT for Earth 2. Before the Easter egg hunt, they had gotten their blessing from Earth 2, thus it's able to bear that Earth 2 trademark symbol, that E2 that everyone knows and love. It bears that symbol, showing that it has the approval of the developers, and it's amazing. And each person that they made, let's say they made Predict, they made me, they made Ari Realty, they made Shane and Thomas and Nathaniel and Wolfgang, but each of those people got, like, I have the first 40 of mine, and actually a couple of NFT trading cards were made of me, and I have a lot of mine. So yeah, there's a few of them, and I traded away my #11 to King Tech Ops. I have #11 of his. I traded away my #4 to Predict. She's the biggest player in the game. Despite what the leaderboard says, she is the biggest player in the game, and she's over in Canada. Me and Ari will see. We might go to Canada when it opens up, and we're going to, I do a visit, and we're just gonna go out karaoke. She says she doesn't drink that much anymore, but she's gonna show us a good time. We're gonna show her a good time. Like, her son has a Tesla, and we're gonna try to convince her to get a Tesla as well. Yeah, she has a nice car, but yeah, I hope not airing out any of her dirty laundry here. Sorry, Predict, if you're watching. But outside of that, what was I saying? Yeah, so Raythax, because he's been such a big supporter of mine, I gave him my #1. I was like, listen, you deserve this. That being said, I don't know what the #1 would go for. A lot like Randy Chavez #58, Randy Chavez #109, they'd go for like $20 each, maybe even less, maybe like 9 or 15, whatever. Not that much. So I think #40, 30, 20, 10, they would get, maybe 100, for like a top, but #1 might get a bit. But yeah, like I said, Raythax definitely earned that. That being said, with Canada not opening up yet, or at least New York opened up. They opened up fully now, but they opened up 72 hours before Cuomo's daughter's wedding. Are you freaking kidding? Like, the balls on this mother flapper, where he's like, you know what, we're gonna shut down for a year because I want to write a book, I want to have like re-election, like, I plan to do this, like, and then but don't worry, he opens up 3 days before his daughter's wedding. I freaking hate the guy. People not going allowed to other people's funerals, not going allowed to be married and stuff, not allowed to have and then he opens up 3 days before his daughter's wedding. Like, screw you, guy. Like, this is why I'm leaving New York, because of like BS like this. I forget the fact that he killed like I don't know how many dozens of homeless people, but I'm sorry, that's just I dislike dishonest people like that. That just do stuff for political gain, and it's just like, all right, I digress. The anger has gotten out of me now. I don't know. His political career should be over. There is nothing that he can do to come back from killing all those old people, from doing stuff like this. Yeah, like I said, this is why I don't like politics. This is why I would, if I were to stay in New York, I would probably take Peter King's seat. I would probably try to run for Congress in that area of Long Island, because Peter King's so old and a little racist. Supposedly, again, I don't know, but I would probably have to run as a Republican, because if I ran as a Democrat, Republicans would just say like, oh, another like minority Democrat going and trying to make a name for himself. Like, I feel like, and not that I'm anti-Democrat. I like the middle left and I like the middle right, but I just don't like the far left and I don't like the far right. But if I run as a Republican, it's like, okay, well, got the military background, and so that gives a lot of the right on board. But then I'm brown and I like I like people having freedom, their choice of weed. I have a bunch of gay friends, so that brings a lot of left on board. But I also like guns and free market economies. So I feel like I would do really, really well if I did that. But again, it's really not. What do you make, like 130 grand a year, and you're so stressed. It's probably not worth it. I would do it not for the money. I would do it just because, okay, again, I try to be as transparent as possible. People need actual, real people. I feel like, again, that's just me. Maybe it's something I'll do in the future. Maybe in Florida. I don't know. I don't know how Cubans feel about Peruvians, but try to get the Cuban vote down in Florida. I might have to. I'll give it a shot. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I have to go get what do you call it? Yeah, I gotta go get a new toothbrush and floss and everything. But I love you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Raythax, thank you so much for those super chats. Those mean the world to me. They really do. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. And Raythax, an independent libertarian here. Oh, Raythax. All right, so before I even go, I'm going to address that. Oh, smooches, I love you. Bye, New Sanchez. Ron Paul, my hero, growing up, 2007, 2008, and then again 2011, 2012. I loved him absolutely. Like, he is the grandfather of liberty. Definitely look up some like Ron Paul videos if you're into like libertarian, independent, if you're tired of left right paradigm. He's the man. But yeah, I love you all. Goodbye. Take care, everyone. I'm gonna go review that Earth 2 live stream that they did. Apparently, watching me and whatever. Thank you, Ray. Thanks again for the super chats. I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye.